See what happens on this.
Oh, you on there? Yeah.
I want to see if we catch up to this cat right here.
See if that cat get on there?
Yeah, maybe he'll get on. Maybe he'll get on.
Maybe.
Got some sounds on. See, he's.
To the clinic. Play a post, stay on my toes, let my foes rot. Fake friends went to the precinct and exposed a lot. Old spot in the crib where we froze the rocks. Still talking as they hoes or not. Went to the cops, now they know shot. He could keep balling, creep on the streets performing. But the heat's on him, sneak up on him, we could bomb him. See if she could charm him, get someone unique to harm him. Don't alarm him, leap upon him, speaking foreign, leak his orange. Heard shots, now the peas is warring. Cops don't need a warrant. Nigga keep pouring, flush that. Thinking black won't bust back, fuck that. Yo, yo. Yo, yo. Pimp sport, pimp talk, sport Batista-ism. In New York, walks the streets with him. Who could play the part when he was living? Here's to the G's in prison. Devil made a hell for me to live in. Mama said that's a street religion. Where's your faith? I lost that when I stared at 8. Still ain't scared me straight. Pops passed, now I'm prepared for fate. Beat the case, still here to hate. DA to the magistrate. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, yo. Back to the beach in the streets where it's live beach. You see the sun rise in the east. If you can make it there, coke hair strays in the air. They don't play fair. You ain't see me in the cut in a minute. King Crush, take these young bucks to the clinic. I see these in the front shit tinted. I keep puffing on the blunt till it's finished. You ain't see me in the cut in a minute. King Crush, take these young bucks to the clinic. I see these in the front shit tinted. I keep puffing on the blunt till it's finished.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta bring that back.
Yeah, no shit.
I gotta bring that back right there.
You ain't see me in the cut. King Crush, take these young bucks to the clinic. Play a post, stay on my toes, let my foes rot. Fake friends went to the precinct and exposed a lot. Old spot in the crib where we froze the rocks. Still talking as they hoes or not. Went to the cops, now they know shot. He could keep balling, creep on the streets performing. But the heat's on him, sneak up on him, we could bomb him. See if she could charm him, get someone unique to harm him. Don't alarm him, leap upon him, speaking foreign, leak his orange. Heard shots, now the peas is warring. Cops don't need a warrant. Nigga keep pouring, flush that. Thinking black won't bust back, fuck that. Yo, yo. Yo, yo. Pimp sport, pimp talk, sport Batista-ism. In New York, walks the streets with him. Who could play the part when he was living? Here's to the G's in prison. Devil made a hell for me to live in. Mama said that's a street religion. Where's your faith? I lost that when I stared at 8. Still ain't scared me straight. Pops passed, now I'm prepared for fate. Beat the case, still here to hate. DA to the magistrate. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, yo. Back to the beach in the streets where it's live beach. You see the sun rise in the east. If you can make it there, coke hair strays in the air. They don't play fair. You ain't see me in the cut in a minute. King Crush, take these young bucks to the clinic. I see these in the front shit tinted. I keep puffing on the blunt till it's finished. You ain't see me in the cut in a minute. King Crush, take these young bucks to the clinic. I see these in the front shit tinted. I keep puffing on the blunt till it's finished.
Keep smoking on the blunt till it's finished.
Peace to the guys out there. Jashim. Majestic got a lot. Not here little. Peace. Yeah, I like that joint right there. That's on the next. That's on the next project right there that's coming up. Hold up. I like this. This project is crazy. I got some lyrics on here, man. Check this one out. We get a little preview. King Supreme, peace to God. We get a little preview. Look. We waiting for Real Records. Because Real Records said he's put me on the list of the 5 pretenders. So we're waiting on Real Records to come in and clarify that.
Yo, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
We can do a little jamming out.
Yo. Money spin good and bread is gold. Ask Vince how much let it hold before I let it go. That's where it's headed though, toes on the concrete. He hard to reach and let the God speak on me. Even though I'm godly, wounds all on my body. We call the cops, tried to fry me. What they doing, moving in my lobby. Disco lights behind me. Shiny badge, flash a shiny gun. It's New York, 1991, slum blocks. Picture the scene, you're hearing gunshots. Fun spots everywhere. A lot of cats ain't been dead a year. Sun is hot in this atmosphere, clear shot. Little kids that'll hear the blocks ain't prepared for killer cops. I remember slots when Joe was active. I remember cops closed his chapters. Left the same blocks as soldiers after. Rainy days, no laughter. Sons are no factor, daughter turn whole faster. Try to run from police, they blow your back up. Snatch the track up with real truth. Niggas getting real loot, make it feel bulletproof. Step in the A-room and kill the booth. I'm from New York where it's still the root. Christ know how I feel to shoot. We all started off building on the stoop. Hustling for pairs of boots. Where they go? Cops came, heard the block was high octane. Mark got popped in his brain, his seat is insane. Couple G's remain, couple G's remain. My enemies, we all bleed the same. They got popped, couple G's it came.
Yeah, I got some fire on the next project, son.
Oh boy.
Got some fire on the next project. King Supreme, what's going on? I guess we gotta be in here for a minute until the person that knows, whoever that person is that came in and told Real Records to come in last time, they need to holler at him. Majestic, where you from, God?
Why was it water free, Bishop?
Majestic's still in the room. I think Majestic's still in the room.
Okay, it's 97.
Who's still in here in the room with me?
G7.
You from Now See?
No, it's not actually what I think. It's just it's only a
That's
first
peace.
in the game that like
The guy
I did chat advice to go long, that's why
Knowledge
I
Born
actually go long,
came
but
to the
it's
rally.
long, so that's not good.
I met the guy today.
I got to-
Introduced him to some brothers from around his way. What part of Now See you in, Majestic?
I think Bishop B7 is correct here. I think I played G6 and E5.
Musa Deek, peace to the
I
God.
feel like G6 and E5 is correct. E5. Okay. 96 with Bishop C5 is supposed to be right. Because it's gonna go like 93, I guess, and then I can go like B5, B4. Okay, let's E4 instead.
Deep Christian, peace.
94 is still a huge threat for white, so. But I can just go
Oh, we
G7
got
and
some
E93,
people coming in.
actually. If 93 and 93 hit the roof
I want y'all to check this too right here. This one common cause. I'm gonna be introducing y'all to more about that. This one common cause. This is the brothers that they take care of Children's Day. These are the brothers that, you know, they have this science fair going at the show and prove and all that. And right now, They taking Children's Day to another level.
And now he goes 93. Wow.
So I'm gonna need y'all to check them out.
Up 30 seconds. Is there really no tactic here?
You said Rocky Mount east of Divine U.
Okay, it's like
What's Divine U? Divine U.
I guess just with, you know, trusting that there's no tactic. Let's take. I mean, if he takes the rook, I can still plot the rook on d4 again, I think. I can also just play 8. No, I can't play 8 because I think it's 0. Let's go rook d4.
Durham.
4 is going to be 7.
Rocky Mount, that's like High Point, right? That's like High Point, Rocky Mount.
Oh no, actually, bishop d5, I can take down my knight guards on. Okay, this looks wrong somehow. This looks very, wait, can I take the knight? No, I take the bishop. Oh, but now I just, why did I just take the knight? So I ignore something like bishop d6 or something? Let's see. No, I can't. Take. Maybe a5, and it should be a draw still, I guess. Let's go a5.
King Supreme said, I've been walking with a God the last few weeks, and I see the difference in what we build on about walking with God and really getting to study the lessons opposed to just memorizing them. Absolutely.
What God says?
Oh, that's on the other side of the state. Oh, yeah, 95. Yeah. That's over. Because High Point, I think that's 85. Or maybe 77.
77?
Yeah, I think you gotta go down 85 and then you hit 77. And 77 take you down to like Georgia. And it connect back with 95.
Yeah. We're only going towards Tennessee, 77 too.
Yeah, I guess if you go north.
Yeah.
But you gotta hit 40 though, right?
You go to Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you go past Asheville and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting too careless on me. Actually, what is nice?
Camp Lejeune side of the state.
Yeah. Last two. Okay, last two.
Musa D.
He's actually
Oh,
great.
Ascent Truth, no Master AZ.
I would not say Ali Rez is playing his best. He's playing good enough, but not his best.
Yeah, I know Master AZ.
Okay. D4 92 is fine. 92 goes for G2. Okay, this castle's for D1 next move. But that's.
So what's going on over there in Rocky Mount? Y'all got rallies over there in Rocky Mount?
Meditating for 92 or 92 right away. Or 94. Let's go C3 92. This makes sense here. Just to break the structure. Let's take. This bishop E3, idea D4. He's got issues with the D4. Let's go D4. Okay, takes. Doesn't take with the bishop here. Maybe that is an idea. He's got big issues here on the queen side. Let's go with C1. These pawns are. This queen side is not good for black. Let's take the knight. Knight D5 is a huge threat here.
Majestic, you still here? Y'all got rallies over there in Rocky Mount?
Let's go with the 7, I guess. Yeah, getting tired, you guys. Getting tired. Let's play knight D5 is fine.
Probably jammed up. Said no, not currently. What y'all waiting on? Hey, Allah, peace to the God. What y'all waiting on to have rallies?
Yeah. Was missing everything. I guess I'll just play H2 or no, I blundered against Fabiano. I threw it away. I threw the knee away, unfortunately.
You know what I mean? People you need to have a rally, Majestic.
Out of rhythm. Out of sync. Well, rookie 2 I do have rookie 1 still, I guess. Or even just B3. But I'm way down on clock, so again, I'm thinking too long. Better lose such a game than win a bunch of boring ones? I guess. I don't really have strong into the way. Okay. I'm gonna go B3. I'm sure I'm blundering something here. I'm almost sure of it. But I don't see it right off for
You going to start them back?
A6 is 7.
That's peace.
You don't have to actually. Okay, did you do 1? Bishop H3 just finish 1.
But you know how many people you need to have a rally though, right?
It was actually 4. I thought I had some. I was sure that I had something here that helped
Exactly.
but maybe I'm just
You only need one person
That's it.
that know the truth and is ready to teach it to have a rally. So even if y'all have it in the rest,
That's it.
have a rally. It ain't gotta be fancy.
Nope. We having a rally right now, just on the internet.
Precisely. They had a rally in Charlotte recently. Yeah, there's brothers in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
There's brothers all throughout North Carolina. There's a lot of brothers in North Carolina.
Here.
This brother saying he's in Rocky Mount, but it's other brothers that be on here that's in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. We got Greensboro.
Yeah, Greensboro.
Charlotte.
Who's the brother in here that was from Boston too?
He still can play on.
It was somebody in here. Somebody was coming in here from Massachusetts, like the Boston area. I got a number. I got a contact for this brother's actually in Springfield, but he get you in contact with whoever you need to get in contact with out there. Hey, Allah said peace to Kobe Bryant and family. Yeah, that was some heavy science right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Not so much.
Damn, Kobe gone,
Not so much, you know what I mean? Look, for Kobe Bryant, I know most of y'all gonna be mad, but see, I told the brothers, man, I gotta show the love in my way. You know, I can't do that. I can't do that purple and gold stuff. But yeah, Kobe did his thing. Bring up the Knicks screen in honor of Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. But really, man, it's like, man, yo, when they first said that he was going to his daughter's game, it's like, yo, the emotions in me wanted it to be where the daughter was at the game and he was rushing to get to the game. When they said, yo, his daughter, because that's already, I was like, damn, man. You know, because I'm thinking like, yo, he got 4 daughters and, you know, they like, you know, but I'm thinking of her too. And then when they said, I was like, oh, man, son.
Yeah.
Son. That is crushing.
Yeah, man.
That is crushing, man.
Kobe Bryant ain't gone.
Majestic say I know family in Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, Plymouth, Chapel Hill, Greensboro, Charlotte, High Point. That's 3 hours west. That's all the other areas where it's a lot of guys in that though. Y'all, all the brothers in these areas is in contact. Y'all connected. Now I wasn't a particular Kobe fan. Yeah, that's peace then, Majestic. So, you know, I'm gonna tell brothers that's in North Carolina, because we got a couple brothers coming here from North Carolina and they don't know who to get in touch with. But yeah, I wasn't a particular Kobe fan, man, but that was just, man. Like, I was on my way to the rally. I'm like, man. And then it was like, at first, I'm like, nah, that. Yeah, that's. We still, man. I guess it looked like it's people coming in and out. We haven't. Who's the person? I need them to go and get real records. I need them to go and get real records from me.
Real records, show up, motherfuckers.
And oh yeah. Check out Hook Spaghetti. HookSpaghetti.com. That's Elevation's blog. HookSpaghetti.com. If you want to read something.
Yo, watch. I'm gonna start telling motherfuckers, stop putting the S on God, man. It's only one God.
By the way, you guys, this is also why I hate playing PCL against
Yeah. Let the world know that for me, God.
It takes so much time. I think the problem is recycling.
Please.
You know, I tell them all the time.
Please, man. Stop doing that.
Listen,
It's really, really tiring.
it's only one God,
Which I kind of have to, obviously.
and that's the supreme being black man with proper knowledge of himself.
Okay. That's the reason the Queen 5 cuts all the squares.
That's on God, man. Like it's a multitude of fucking gods. That's that Greek shit, man.
But yeah, he said hard one like Nipsey. Yeah, that was another one. You know what I'm saying? You know, all those things, man. You know what we gotta take from that, man, is to just build harder, man. You know what I'm saying? And deal with different sides, man. But you know something? Sometimes that's just the reality, man. Of if you building something, man, that's supreme, right? Just the timing, you may not, you know what I'm saying, make it to see the full fruition.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, even look, we all building our families, right? You know, the last babies that you meet in your family, like the last time my great grandfather saw me, I was 4 years old. You understand what I mean? He never got to see whatever, none, and when in my generation, what none of us became, because we were all babies when he left this plane. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the science of growth. That's why I said, man, it just shows that, whatever you want to see, you know what I'm saying, within your time, you gotta build for that. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing, Kobe and Nipsey, you know, they got to see the understanding from their knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying our expectation, like yo, we want them to do more, or we could have seen them doing more. But I'm saying they, you know, you gotta.
Right.
That's a certain level of life, man, and understanding their life. You see what I mean? See, I don't really know no science about depth. I ain't got nothing to tell you about. I ain't got nothing to tell you about death, and he's in no better place and none of that.
But that's just an illusion.
You understand what I'm saying? All I gotta tell you is that you gotta look at their life. You understand what I'm saying? And what was the best part of that? You see what I'm saying?
And take that.
And draw it up, man, and see if you could apply it.
Yeah. And take
You understand
that.
what I'm saying? But I don't have no teachings about death. I never got those.
There is none, bro. It's like, it don't exist. It's a fucking myth, man. That's why I don't have a partnership with life. Shit don't exist. It's an illusion. It's a myth.
D. Christian said, "Peace, King, is definitely motivation. Born you truth. You're gonna have bandwagon riders now. A lot of cats wasn't feeling Pac, Biggie, Nipsey, or Kobe. Peace to their legacy, but cats need to be honest." And yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I wasn't a particular Kobe fan, but I'm saying, look, in terms of the type of, you know what I'm saying, way he treated his family, I was a fan of that, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, regards to whom what, you know, but like I said,
If he would have been a Nick, he would have been a Kobe fan.
if he would have been a Nick, I'd have been a Kobe fan. Still wouldn't have been better than Bernard King, but I'd have been a Kobe fan, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know where that goes. That talking about a fan of his basketball team game. Right. But shit.
And I said, right, we ain't got no time. Quizar Quaco said, "I wasn't a fan of Kobe, but not a hater either. Respect definitely in the league at 17, same team for 20 years." Yeah.
Absolutely.
His accomplishments, man, is you know,
It speaks for itself.
speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part you gotta deal with.
Yep. And respect that. And look, he was at the game where LeBron James broke his record.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but you know, sincere born Asiatic. The guys get no rest. D. Christian said, "Yeah, we take tests. We take tests. I think it said we take the best part and add on to our own cipher." Yeah, that's what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, man. You see, if you let the emotional part get too big, you never come back.
For real.
You never come back from the morning if you let the emotional part get too big. That's the, you know, where's nobody?
That guy ain't coming out, he probably sleeping.
Where are you, Real Records?
He probably sleeping.
Nah,
Or-
Real Records.
Or
Nah, he worked. He worked like this time.
I'm trying to tell you, man, or he just don't want to face the music.
Why? Cause it's Sunday.
Huh? Because it's Sunday?
Yeah. Maybe
That could
because
be
it's
it.
Sunday. Maybe this is Sabbath.
Yeah, maybe this is Sabbath.
Is it? Yeah. You gotta observe it. You gotta observe it. The Sabbath.
Mm-hmm. Man,
See, because that's the thing, man. I seen that, there's a lot of people, right, that they want to tell you these stories about their history, right? But none of it was detected by the naked eye. None of it was detected by the naked eye. Like, you got all these conversations that you have with people that nobody never seen you around. And see, that's why you don't see me, I tell you, man, my experiences with people, man, but I don't tell you all this stuff, see, because they see me with the naked eye. See, other people, man, you gotta draw it up to this person and that person and that person, but why we gotta do that? And why I gotta ask somebody else about you when I'm talking to you right now?
Right.
What's wrong with your wisdom? You understand what I'm saying? And why should I take that person's word over you when you claim you the best knower of yourself, but then you gonna send me to somebody else to ask who you are?
To evaluate who you is. Can I get a witness?
Hey, Allah said, up late night building with the builders.
Can I get a witness?
Yeah. See, what kind of science is that?
What?
When an individual is saying that, you gotta tell me all these things. This guy, he's telling me he said he got the 240 and the 360.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I ain't never heard of that. That's what he said. He got the 240 and the 360, right?
What the fuck is the 240?
I don't even know why you would make something like that up.
What the fuck is the 240, yeah?
This what he claimed he got. He asked me, did I have it?
What is it?
He never explained. That's what I'm saying. He kept telling me, yo, I got it from this person, I got it from this place. But every time I asked him, yo, what's in it? He never went. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, G.
Oh my goodness.
Is that you gotta make up this whole mythology about it, right? But when did we see that degree with the naked eye?
The shit don't exist, man.
Should I get my Alfonso Brown on?
Yeah, the shit don't exist.
I get my Alfonso Brown on, man. I need to see the archaeology here. I need to see.
He doing the sweet Daddy Divine shit.
Yeah.
Daddy Grace.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what he doing. He doing some Daddy Grace shit.
Yeah. D. Christian said people have alternative lives online. Don't get caught up with the shenanigans. I ain't caught up, just who Musa G said lots have mercy. Who? I give him some mercy. I just wanted to see what he mean by that.
Listen, you gotta kill the cancer, man.
Musa D, yeah, he said 240. Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, you gotta kill the cancer, man. That shit spread, it's fucked up.
He said, look.
Come on, man.
Yeah. He said he got the 240 and the 360. Those are plus degrees.
Yeah.
Hold up. I got the 360 for the jump. I got
And that's not a plus degree. That's the
yeah, it wasn't no
reality of the
plus
universe.
degree.
That's the reality.
I got
of
the
universe.
360.
360 degrees of completion.
You had to learn 120 and then they gave you the 360? But yeah, he made a comment though. He said he's putting me on his list. But see, there's a reality to what I'm saying, man. That see, some things, man. See, like just see, I be telling brothers, look, don't overcomplicate things. Don't, you trying to born every word and all that. Don't overcomplicate things. There's some things that can be seen with the naked eye. And then when you try to make too much out of it, that's when you begin to search for trillions of years. When something can just be seen with the naked eye.
Mm-hmm.
And see, can we visit a place in our mind?
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. But if you saying that you went to that place physically, now that's supposed to be seen by the naked eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, you got a science of the naked eye, right? And then you have the what? Fine mist that the naked eye can hardly detect.
Mm-hmm.
See, when the naked eye can hardly detect it, now only the well-trained third eye
Okay.
can see it. But see, when it rain, hail, snow, and also hit thunder above their heads, you know why even the 85% can see that? See, they don't know about the fine mist, but why can the 85% know that it rain, hail, snow, and also hit thunder above their heads? That's a question to whoever's in the room right now. Why can the 85% know that it rain, hail, snow, and also hit thunder above their heads, right? But they don't know about the fine mist and what's causing all this to happen. The Christian said exactly, it's self-explanatory. You're going to know people by their actions and deeds, not so much their words. Yeah. Tell me anything.
Mm-hmm.
But see, don't get caught up sometimes, see, even in action, because see, the person can tell you what they want you to hear, they can show you what they want you to see. So see, look at all of that as the wisdom that you got to draw up in the fine mist that only the well-trained third eye can see.
For what it really is.
And not what it appears to be.
Look, man. I like dealing with threes, man.
Billy Champion said, would you date a fine girl but she's savage?
Oh, boy.
I mean, Billy Champion. You know.
Well.
Now, when you say savage, do you mean savage or do you mean uncivilized, first of all?
Mm-hmm.
Blair and Snotty, peace. By the way, Billy Champion, peace. You knew. But the question is still a question to the room. Why can the 85% know that it rain, hail, snow, and also hit thunder above their heads, but they can't see the fine mist or who's causing all this to happen? And Billy Champion, the question is, do you mean savage or do you mean
Uncivilized.
You said just ratchet, but she's fine. So she's uncivilized.
All that glitters is not gold.
Yeah, all that glitters is not gold, but this is what I'm asking you, Billy Champion. Like, I don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, let's say a 5% in general, right? It's supposed to be teaching her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you dealing with her, right, and then you are doing things that's other than yourself, right, in order to achieve that goal,
You just as bad as she is.
then you're the savage. You're the savage because you're the one that had the knowledge and is losing it. You understand what I'm saying? She's just a person who's living her life.
And you losing yours for the beauty.
But if you strain away from your civilization to deal with her, then you're the savage. Stop telling on that broad, man. I said, listen, man. Telling on broads is snitching too, man.
Oh, shit. Wow. That's crazy.
Allah said, because define this is undetectable, out of sight and out of mind. King Supreme said because they are only operating with physical naked eye, they don't ask the question why. D. Christian said they can detect it with the naked eye, but they don't have the knowledge of it, so it's not clear, properly understood as to why. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, you can see the rain, hail, snow with the naked eye, and hear the thunder with the naked ear. That's what I'm saying. Some things that's visible with the naked eye. Like when we say the dead is never returned from the grave, that's with the naked eye. You ain't gotta be 5% to know that.
Nope.
You ain't got to never seen mathematics before in your life.
And you know the dead is never returning from the grave.
Because that's detected with the naked eye. That's why I said I get my Alfonso Brown on.
But with the third eye,
we could tell allegory, right, about other people. We can tell allegory about people in the past. But see, when your life becomes allegory, my man, and we can't detect none of that with the naked eye,
it becomes a myth.
It becomes a myth. Master G, peace. Billy Champion, where you from?
Wow, that's some good shit, though. That's some good shit, though, man. I'm just sitting here doing the knowledge, man. Adding on a little bit, here and there. But that's some good shit. Yo, I got a question, though. How many languages can you say God, and how many languages can you say Allah? I'm waiting.
Well, first of all, Allah is a proper name. So in every language it's gonna be the same. God is different in every language. Well, I ain't gonna say every language, but it's because God is still Allah in Arabic. Even the Christians say Allah in those Arabic countries, I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying, guys.
But you know, in Spanish you got Dios.
Listen to what I'm saying. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you can say the word God in every language in the world.
Right.
You can only say Allah in one language.
Yeah.
Right? Why? That's the question.
It's a proper name. Master G, Billy Champion say he's from South Africa. You tuning in from South Africa, man? How you found me, man? Little old me, man. That's I'm proud of myself or something, man. Wait,
Yeah, you
nah, I'm saying, who you? I said, You live in America now, or you over there now?
I'm going to the hallway smoke my cigarette, man. You stupid.
No, I'm saying.
I'm going to the hallway smoke my cigarette, man. You stupid.
Jasim,
You
He
got
said-
my mind on some shit, girl.
RSA in the house.
For real, you got my mind on some shit, girl.
Nah, that's not me, man. We gotta thank Real Records for that.
I gotta take real records for that.
Yeah, Real Records, man. It's inspirational, man.
You got me on
You know?
some shit.
Yeah. It's like, man, talking all crazy, man. Never seen you with the naked eye. And you in our time. Where you rest at now, Billy Champion? You in New York? We starting to get a little filled up in the room, man. See, I used to think that people was Masonic, but I seen that, you know, got a lot of love out there from the people, man. Peace to all the other people. Peace to all the other people that be signing in. Seeing what's the deal with the truth. Billy Champion. Yeah, Real Records, man. We need him to come in and tell us something about the naked eye, man. Not all this. He's esoteric. Joshua said, a brother I know said he might be able to put me in tune with the gods out here, but he didn't know today's mathematics. What you think about that? Now, that is a bad omen. is that doesn't bode well, but you know, it's like this. That don't mean necessarily that he don't know where the real gods is. You understand what I'm saying? So, see, him taking you to the rally, you know what I'm saying, or introducing you to a brother who do got the signs, that might be the best part of what you got to get from him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, there was brothers that I was around, right? You know, when I was growing up, that they had the knowledge before me. You know what I'm saying? And they was, you know, more developed than me, but, you know, I ended up, like, you know, it was a brother that, he was the first person that told me, like, I thought all the lessons was written in 1934. You know what I'm saying? And he was the person that I asked why the 1 and 14 said 15,019 years ago, and the 1 and 40 said 15,020 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one that told me that, right? But then he got locked up and he read the Bible, and he, you know, last I seen he was Christian. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that was, you know, his decisions that he made in life. But the best parts of knowing him, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that was the last question that I asked him. But I'm saying he was a person that, because that was one of the things, like, when I'm asking him that, that's because I already acknowledged the knowledge degree in the 1 in 40. And I actually passed him in the degrees when I got to about the knowledge degree or the knowledge wisdom degree. You understand what I mean? So, you know, I wouldn't be, you know, getting my lessons from him or nothing like that, but, you know, I don't think it means he don't know, you know, necessarily he don't know where the rally is or where the real guys is. You know.
Right.
What's his name? I said appreciate that. I mean, that's the science, man. You got some people that they come in they got all the characteristics, you know what I'm saying? They play their part as a 5% while they perpetrating.
Wolves in sheep clothing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you got lots of people that came into the knowledge, right? Taught people that's still here to this day, but they left.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this? Oh, New Black World Order. Yeah, New Black Order. He he said I don't like bringing people up like that online. Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to see if I knew him, I might could have. Yeah, New World Black Order is like a mathematical genius. And he showed all type of stuff. In 1934, what he said? In 1934, Fard was 57 years old, and what he said? Fard was 57 years old, and the day he was born was the 57th day of the year, so it was
Oh
something.
my goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he got these numbers the way he calculated, man. I'm telling you, don't sleep on it, man. He got, listen, I told him, I didn't never seen that stuff but he sit down with it or something. I don't know where you get that stuff from.
All I can say is show improvement.
Oh, True and Living Channel 7. Peace to the gods. I come in the name of God, Balalallah. I build and now see in the Godsboro cipher. Just doing the knowledge. Peace. Yeah, peace to the God.
Please stop putting X on God.
He
Please, man. There's only one God.
But yeah, yo, North Carolina is heavy. Is heavy in the group, man. North Carolina got a large faction.
Look, man, you know what?
They do.
Oh, North Carolina deep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go down there. I'm gonna be in North Carolina in probably like the next couple weeks or a month. Messiah Shaheed, Sincere Lord. Peace to the God. That's the first time I seen that name come up too. What part of North Carolina you in, God? You know, every time I start heading to North Carolina, right? People start giving me all these numbers of people like, yo, God, you gotta hit the God, Hey, God, listen, man. When I get down there, I'm about to crash out. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I get down there in that air set, I'll be out, son. Till my old earth be nagging me saying I can't get no rest out here. Ah, man.
Yo, how I get on your channel, man?
Oh, you in Charlotte?
Huh?
Yeah, I'll be down in Charlotte.
How I get on your channel, man?
Y'all got Family Day in April. Yeah, I heard about y'all Family Day. I never been down there, though. I never been to y'all Family Day.
How I get on your channel, man?
You got... See, that's my Google game is up. See, I just, you know what I mean? This is me. Yeah, if you click on that, that's who we at. Yeah, I come down there in Charlotte, man. But the Family Day is in April. Yeah, turn that down a little bit, man. With the headphones. Oh, you over there looking at the comments.
I gotta button that shit up.
Ain't April a little bit early though? You know, I'm from a tropical people, man. Be out there in no cold. It's on the inside.
Not in North Carolina, April. It's nice as fuck.
Nah, man. Can't be outside in that kind of weather.
What kind of weather?
It's brick. Same.
It ain't cold in North Carolina in April, bro. What's wrong with you?
What's the temperature? What's the temperature in North Carolina in April? It's in the 60s.
60s? Sometimes 70s?
Don't be outside in the 60s.
Come on, man.
Eat no food. I don't like when my food get cold too fast. Cause I don't eat fast. True and Living said be in the 70s.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Alright, 70s is decent.
I'm telling you, man. I just told you that, bro.
70s is decent.
I just told you that, bro.
75. Yeah, make it April. When is it? Early April or late? Let me see. April, May, June.
Oh man, April. I'll be in
March.
Dominant Village, man. They having their first rally there, man.
Dominant Village.
Yeah, Danville, Virginia, baby.
Oh, they having their first rally?
Yep.
Wow.
First Parliament. That's right.
Somebody was on here from Danville in like one of the first
I'm a part of
lives.
that, man.
Somebody was there in one of the first lives.
His name Jassim.
There's a Jassim that be on here. But I'm saying, is it
Born the one that be on yours.
Born?
Yeah, Born from Danville, Virginia.
Oh.
He be on there.
It's gotta be early April or mid-April, because late April or May, I gotta be late April or May. I gotta be. Oh, you talking? Jassim Suleimani? What happened? You changed your name on that? This is Jassim.
Yo, why does she won't let me see the fucking comments, man? Oh,
yeah, so a lot of life, man. A lot of life. He been in Family Day around the whole country. He go in a new state every 2 months.
something like that.
True self, peace. Yeah, nah, we was just talking true self science, you know, we was talking about is, you know, how a person can make a whole, you know, mysterious history for themselves, right? You know, when they can cop, you know, a whole series of events that was never detected by the naked eye. See, we know that everything, see, who's causing all this to happen, right? And the fine mist can be detected by the naked eye. But see, the rain, hail, snow, see, that can be detected by the five senses. You don't have to have supreme knowledge. Who's this? Life Griffin. Life Griffith.
Who's Life Griffin? Look, man.
Ah, man. Got two lives in here.
Look, man. I don't know this guy.
Who's Life?
I can't even get to his
Where you from? Where you from, Life Griffith?
From Life Griffith? I can't even see it.
He's the last brother.
I know,
but
but
got
my
on
shit
here
won't let me
jump
go
off
up
yet.
there. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit. See this shit?
You gotta press OK.
Oh. Okay. Life Griffith.
Life from Queens? This Life, man. Playing games.
Oh, man. I ain't playing with you, man.
This Life playing games and change the name, man.
I ain't playing with you, man. Go ahead, man. Not today, God.
Queens.
Yeah. Not today, God.
Yeah, I know who it is. Like, as soon as you said Queens. But yeah, man, that's what we was talking about, true self. That there's some things that's how you begin to spook things out, man. When you don't know the difference between that is supposed to be detected by the naked eye, and that's what can only be detected by the well-trained third eye. You see what I'm saying? They see when the dead don't return from the grave, that can be detected by the naked eye. And see, all the mythology that comes from that is people not accepting what they detected with the naked eye.
That's because they believe when they die, they're going to see somebody again. They're going to see the pearly gates.
Yeah. They concoct this whole thing. And see, a person can go, see, that's why I told y'all, man, it don't matter if you tell a person a myth or something real. If they mind state, right, is mythology, then whatever they manifest, man, is going to be mythology. You can tell them the realest thing. You know, yo, that person, they returned, they never came back. Oh, they're in heaven.
It's 4 o'clock.
They're in hell. They're in purgatory. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They in limbo.
Yeah, you done made all this stuff up, man. Got another life in here, life to God. Oh, that's... I two stop playing. I'm over here thinking this is somebody else. It's you over here. Ah, man. Technology, man. Technology. True self said being naive. Josh Sim said rather believe in miracles than themselves. True self said eating the wrong foods. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But a person could bring that, you know what I'm saying? It's you know, that's when it becomes, you know, like we call it mythology, you know, religion and all this stuff, right? When you apply it to other people and you apply it to the past, right? But see, when you apply it to yourself, we call that lying.
No, when you apply it to yourself, they say you crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all of a sudden, you concoct this whole history, right, of look, where everything else in the story except you was detected by the naked eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you call lying. That's what we have, man. A lot of times. See, that's what, you know, when that happens. See. Remember in the after the class session when they had the cipher, and I kept telling the brothers, look, don't leave too much space between yourself, cause that's the space for confusion to happen, man. It may seem like just a small thing. See, who knows, look, there's a simple reason that can be detected by the naked eye, right? It can be detected by the naked eye. You don't have to be a 5%, right, to be able to detect this thing I'm about to tell y'all, right? When you in the cipher, right, you know why it shouldn't be all that much space between y'all like that? D. Christian said, true indeed, a lot of religious people place themselves in stories that never actually existed. Yeah. Paul wasn't there. Urban Gorilla, peace to the God.
True indeed.
True Self said the space is the weak link. We got anybody else? Because this is going to be really simple. This is not something that gotta be detected with the third eye. Black World Order said dogma. See, here's the bottom line. You can't have all that space between you, because if somebody cuts through that space, y'all gotta beat them down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be the cause of somebody getting beat down. Stand shoulder to shoulder. You true living God. Don't cause those people to get beat down.
No open gaps.
If you just standing there looking like you standing in a pizza shop, yeah, CD Christian, you got that right, though. On the mental level, the space allows misunderstanding and signifies a lack of unity. True Self said,
no stronger than its weakest link.
The cipher is as strong as its weakest link. No open gaps, no open gaps. Yeah. That's it. That's the bottom line, man. If you look like you ain't doing nothing, that's how people gonna treat you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, see, a lot of times we say that, you know, we don't care what people think. See, you could do that, but you're gonna have a hard time affecting people that's easily led in the wrong direction.
Well, dang it, man.
Because that's what they going according to. They not going according to what they know. They going according to what they believe and what they think and just what they seen before and they limited experience.
Belief system.
Until you really show them what's different.
Alright, let me get out of here, man.
Until you show them what life is and what life is about.
My phone got charged.
Yeah, I tell you that thing. Oh, now your battery must.
It's charging. So, it's still charged. But it's charging.
What part is interesting, Musadeep?
Oh, it ain't charging yet. There you go.
True Self said you can't fill a cup with a strainer.
Nope. No, you can't.
What aspect of that did you find particularly interesting? I keep forgetting Musadeep, righteous name. Starting to get the hang of he said filling the gaps reminds me of when Muslims pray in the Salat. Which aspect? I don't really know that much about Salat. I just seen them doing it. But I don't know, like, what's the science of it. I mean, I know, but I mean, like, how to do it and all that, I don't know. You mean like when they go in the mosque and they be like real close together when they pray? Man, all these people and not one of y'all called Real Records yet, man.
I told you, man, Real Records is not trying to get on here.
Nah, he loves this stuff, man.
Nah, he don't want to get on here because you want to approach that situation about putting you on the list.
All the new people that came in the room, I want y'all to pay attention to that one common cause. That's the guys right there that deal with, you know, a lot of things that go on for the babies, Children's Day, the show and prove, the science fair and all that. I'm gonna be getting a number and some information from these brothers right here, where, you know, like different brothers is saying, you know, how could they add on, you know, to something that the nation is doing for the babies. These brothers right here, they the ones you gotta talk to. But you know, all their stuff is already, it's all official. Like, you know, you get your tax write-offs and everything. Dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? These is brothers that's already in action. Like I said, you know, I can't even tell you how many years, months, and days these brothers been doing Children's Day. So, you know, it's not like they saying, give me the money and then I'm going to be righteous. But I'm going to be getting some more information about this. So keep that in mind. Sadiq said, yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, no gaps in prayer either to stop a devil from getting in between the ranks. Hey, everybody knows.
That's a fact, yeah.
Jasim said, I know in the military formations were used for accountability and protection in all directions. Gaps leave the whole section at risk.
Actual fact.
Actual. So all that, is certain, like I said, those is things that can be detected by the naked eye when we dealing with the cipher. See, even the 85% can look at that and know, like, all right, the way that formation is, see, just even subconsciously, they still react a certain way to that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the things that we saying, right, and who we saying is causing all the things in this atmosphere to happen, this is the part they don't understand, what they gotta ask you. Yo, what you meant by that when you said that? And then that's when you start teaching.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Where's my people at? I'm waiting for if we can't get real records, we need God Cypher Divine, He Kareem. We need the Jan Sport Posse up in here. Where's my Jan Sport Posse at? I got a treat for my Jan Sport Posse. Yeah, I don't like when people do that though, man. Like as soon as somebody start to be a little bit funny, man. Remember Saeed, man? Saeed never came back for his promotion. I bet you Saeed is out there. He just don't want to say nothing. Come on, Saeed.
See, after you don't want to say nothing, go.
Come on, Saeed, man. Come out and play, man. Come out and play, yay. Yeah,
Wow.
True Self. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on right now, True Self.
Later.
Yeah. His decorum, that's his ways and actions. It's like we was telling the brother, last night, a lot of times when in anything in life, right? Even if you were 85%, right? If something go wrong, right? You got to deal with the variables that you control. And the variables that you control at the end of the day boil down to what part you played and whatever happened to you. So see, when you allow somebody to miss, right? And they do something negative, you gotta realize that, if in no other way than you allowed them into your miss, you played that part in it. And either you ignored what you know to be right and allow them into your midst, right? Or you don't really have the knowledge of who you are to know that this person is other and to not allow them in your midst. You know, that's just one example, but I'm just saying in everything. You got to look at the part that you played in it. And sometimes the part that you played in it is just as simple as that. Shouldn't have dealt with that person past saying peace. True self is true self. You this your first time speaking to, right? Where you from, true self? You down to North Carolina?
Connection?
Yeah, North Carolina connection is heavy. Somebody call up Jan Sport Posse. Oh, you from Mecca, Massachusetts? Yeah, it be people. Somebody was in the room looking for Massachusetts. But you know, I spoke to Tamari. I spoke to Tamari today at the rally. So I got a connection for the people that's in the Boston, Connecticut, that kind of area that could get y'all in touch. Cause you know, y'all can come on this internet all y'all want, but y'all got to check in.
All the time.
Y'all got to check in at your local headquarters so we can know who you are for real.
Check the home front. Always gotta have a base. The base is like the nucleus, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they ain't ready for that type of science, man. They ain't ready for this shit.
They better be.
Look, check this out, right? I like dealing with threes, right? The origin of the original man cannot be calculated through modern day man achievement. Meaning you can't put a birth record on the original man because he has none, right? Now energy cannot be created neither destroyed. However, energy can transform from one form to another. Right? Okay. Now you got all these things. Gas, liquid solids, liquid depth, man, woman, and child, sun, moon, and stars, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Right? According to scriptures, right? They say that God created man from the soils of the earth and breathed into man's nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul, right? Now, there's not a natural known element on this planet that don't exist within the original man. It don't exist in a woman, and it damn sure don't exist in the colored man. But everything on this motherfucker exists in you. Right? Then, once again, back to the biblical, it said God said let us. Who the fuck he's talking to? A people. Right? Say God said let us, as a people, make man in our own image, but in the likeness of ourselves. Who the fuck is in your image and in the likeness of yourself? White people. So they telling you in they biblical terms that man been here forever. And we have a birthright. But we let them think that God is an unseen being that exists everywhere, that made all this shit happen. But they the ones that really made it happen. And they telling you you made it happen.
Hey, man.
Crazy. But then motherfuckers would turn around and go to work.
True Self said, indeed, I was at the last two social events in Master Allah, one in Black Medina and the other here in Mecca Mass.
Mecca Mass.
You said, wise I Allah put you on to your lessons? I don't think I know wise. That's peace though. How long you had the knowledge?
How long?
Gotta wait for them to answer. They probably still listening to you. That's what I say. You jump off as fast. I don't know. Oh, he said wise T a lot. Can't picture him off the top of my head. Can't place him.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to get on this shit right now. Watch this shit. I'm going to start some shit.
Oh, to I peace. You said culture, I'm a newborn in the 1 to 36. What that mean? 4 months? Culture? That's peace though. That's peace though. You know, 1 to 36? Yeah. Where's my Jan Sport posse, man? We ain't got no Allah will manifest. That's who we's looking for. Allah will manifest. Allah will manifest. He Kareem. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, God Cipher Divine.
Oh boy.
You said part in self, Y equal culture or more months. All right, now listen. Right now, as a young brother, right, I'm gonna advise you, right, to stay away from slang. So when you say Y equal, what does that mean?
Stay away from that.
What does Y equal mean? Yes, Y equals self. Alright, I can understand that.
Okay.
But you don't want to get too
How
caught.
do Y equal self?
You don't want to get too caught up in that, right? Because here's the thing. Y is 25 and self is 19. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta be
Does
careful
Y
and know what exactly you're talking about.
equal self?
So you don't want to start getting caught up into the Y is wisdom, power, and that born's God, and you know. And you also got to realize that, you know, speaking in that way, right, is for situations where we need to communicate and not everybody know what we talking about. But when you just start, you know, slangifying it, you take all the meaning out. You know what I mean? And especially for somebody like yourself that you haven't gotten the whole meaning yet. It can easily lead you to some misunderstandings.
Ask him that question, girl, for me, please.
True Self said breaking down the word. I mean, I understand you breaking down the word through the alphabet and all of that. But I'm just telling you not to get caught up. You understand what I mean? To where you saying everything because, you know, it sounds good. Like, look, at the end of the day, right, is it easier to say Y equals self or to just say yes? Like you saying 3 words to say 1 word. That's what I'm saying. That's just slang.
My question
You
is,
know?
how do Y equal self?
We've all been there.
Fuck that.
You understand what I'm saying? We've all been there with using slang, but I'm just telling you, as somebody that's just starting out, right? Stay away from slang. Jasim says 7 is the true reality. 7 is the true reality, self, son of man, God, though, right? Yeah. But see, self is 19. You understand what I'm saying?
Y is wisdom, power.
Yeah. So when you say Y equals self, like if you just speaking just in the particular of just saying YES, but see once you start trying to show and prove it mathematically, right? Then you going off the deep end because 25 doesn't equal 19
at all.
Alta said Dumar YD was the first to teach me the same thing, to not bastardize the language. See, that's just the nature of words. That's the nature of language. It's like I was saying yesterday. Everybody in their mind, everything is perfect. But when you start manifesting the words, right? Even look, you could say all the words that you meant, but that don't mean that that's what those words mean to the people you talking to. And it could still come out with a misunderstanding, just because that's the nature of communication.
God, why do not equal self?
or to that what you said in terms of, don't bastardize the language, you know what I'm saying, is that, you know, once you start dealing with slang, everything starts losing its meaning. Like for instance, right, even though we don't particularly use that slang right now, right? In the 70s, bad meant good in slang.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? The word in slang could come to mean the exact opposite. Or we could say something like, we Swayze, right? Like that was a slang at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But that was because it was a movie, one fictional movie where he was a ghost. So it's like, we out like Swayze, you know what I mean? We ghosts. You know what I mean? We not seeing it.
You disappearing.
Yeah, we disappearing fast. Right? So because of that one thing, then we use that slang, but that's not the meaning of Patrick Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He can't really do that in real life. You see what I'm saying? So something could come to mean something totally else. You understand what I mean? That's why I said, look, even if you're going to do that, give yourself some time before you start that. You know what I mean? I know what it is. You know what I mean? You coming amongst the brothers and everybody else is using that language and, you want to speak the language. All the stuff sounds good. You know what I mean? It's magnetic, but you can get caught up. I'm not saying you will get caught up, but you can get caught up using slang. Alter, I said, here come the C Sipes, and he bombed the slang out of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Watch this. Good.
Man, I mean, most definitely. Most definitely. But a lot of things, that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? The like I said, things that can easily be detected by the naked eye, sometimes you looking beyond it. Like you looking beyond it, and brothers is telling you, nah, I seen with the naked eye what happens when people start doing that.
That's why truth out of season bears no fruit.
So, getting back to what I was saying, man, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, we know that there's a meaning and we know that there's a cause to everything, but that doesn't mean that we ignore what could be detected by the five senses. Where's my crew at, man? The Transport Posse. No Transport Posse, no Real Records. So what's going on, True Self? You got any questions about the 1 in 36? See, man, let's build True Self up.
All right. We were asking what's the first question in 136. True self. What is the first question in the 1 in 36?
See what happens when you take too long to ask your question? Surely. Yo, y'all ready too? Y'all know on Tuesday on Tuesday, you know that after the class session, we gonna have. Actually, I might have quite a few things going on Tuesday. Because I set some things up today, but then
Yo, you see what this brother said?
we're gonna be hitting that cipher. We're gonna be hitting that cipher again too, man, on Tuesday.
Sometimes we do not know what questions.
He said
to
sometimes we don't know what questions to ask. Don't know what you don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I say that was my question too?
Yeah.
My name is W.F. Muhammad. Okay, now, what part you don't understand about my name is W.F. Muhammad? Is it that you don't know who W.F. Muhammad is?
And that ain't a question.
I think he's saying that's what the part you don't understand.
Mm-hmm. It's not
Is
a
it-
question.
Is it which aspect of that don't you understand? Because that's one aspect, of just who he is, which you should have been given some information on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you said, should you be saying your righteous name? All right, now, first let's deal with the 1 in 36,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what it is.
What is it?
See, the 1 in 36 is a letter from W.F. Muhammad to Elijah Muhammad. An introduction letter. You understand what I mean? So that's why it says, my name is W.F. Muhammad. You understand what I'm saying? See, in all reality, right? I'm not in the 1 in 36.
I'm nowhere in there.
I'm not W.F. Muhammad, and I'm not the uncle.
I'm not even the 17 Muslims.
I'm not the 17 million because they don't know who they are. Not
Neither
the
the
17
2 million
million because they don't know who they are.
I'm not even the 2 million Indians.
I'm the father. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that, so within that degree, we don't really have, we already swam our 9,000 miles. So, now I wouldn't put my righteous name there. You understand what I mean? Because I don't have his particular story. You see what I'm saying? We put his name there because, that's the clear picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Is that it's a letter between him and Elijah. So that's why they referring back and forth to righteous Muslims and all this type of thing. Because
That's
it's a
where the
letter.
question and answers coming at.
It's a letter between two Muslims.
Introduction, man.
You is that what you were asking, true self? Well, true self got the first question right.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he like the devil?
That's right. That's the first question.
So have you broken that aspect of it down?
Right and exact.
Have you broken that aspect of it down, right? Well, do you know the whole 136, or are you studying the 1 in 36 right now?
Right and exact.
Word 60 said 136 is a letter to remind. Oh, it's a letter to Muhammad.
True indeed.
136 is a letter to Elijah Muhammad. That's new to me. What you thought it was?
Yeah, what you thought it was?
True Self said you almost got it capped. So, do you realize how many statements, how many questions, and how many answers are in the 1 in 36?
From the first question to the last is questions and answers.
You know? Word 60 said, I thought it was a convo.
But it was a what?
You thought it was a convo between who and who?
Well, he learned something tonight.
Yeah, True Self.
Got a jewel tonight. He good. And he almost completed that 136.
Draw them things up.
Mm-hmm. Draw them up, baby.
Yeah, it's between Fard and Elijah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what that? What that mean? Oh, he's signing up how many questions and answers now, huh? He trying to figure out how many questions and answers is in there.
I don't know what he's doing now.
Let me see what he said. I haven't broke it down like that. He said he haven't broke it down like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that, it's, Rayvon Pugh says 72
Yeah.
total questions and answers altogether. It's only 36.
It's only
It's only
It's
36.
only from 1 to 36.
Yeah, you can't have 72. Were you counting the... I don't know what you could be counting. If you counted the 1 to 40, that would be 76. 13? Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite, true self. Much closer though.
Yeah. You definitely on the path.
Much closer.
Right. $26 together.
You said my bad. It was the way I asked the question. Yeah, I don't know how I asked the question. That, you know. Look.
26.
No, it's not 26.
All together.
26 what?
13 questions, 13 answers.
No.
That's what he coming with.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, nah.
Listen.
Nah. It's 6 statements, 15 questions, and 15 answers.
That's right.
That's 36.
That's 36. It's real easy.
Yes. Yeah. Raven Pugh. Raven, do you know the 1 in 36, Rayvon Pugh? See, y'all gotta deal with Black New World. What's your name? Black New Order World. What? I bet you he knew. I bet you see he think like that.
Who Black New World?
Yeah, Black New World Order. What's his name? There you go. New Black World Order.
New Black World.
There you go, right there, laughing. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, I see him. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. That's what he do. He sit there and add all that stuff up all day.
Wow. He was in the cipher last night.
He was in it. New Black World Order. Yeah, New World Black Order. He always rock. He just be in the background.
Doing the knowledge.
Rayvon Pugh, why'd you say my name is W.F. Muhammad? Where you from, Rayvon Pugh? Rayvon Pugh. My name is W.D. Fard. You from Chicago. All right.
That's your name?
Yeah, why you say my name is WD5 now?
Yeah.
You went from the knowledge degree to the knowledge culture degree now. That's in the one to 14. WD5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know right now. I'm trying to see why Rayvon Pugh. First he said my name is WF Muhammad, then he said my name is WD5.
Mm-hmm.
That's peace, true self.
True Self said thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got no Jansport posse. Yeah, bring up, man. Put that in your iPods.
I came to the wilderness of North America by myself.
Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Jansport posse in the building. Got Jansport posse.
Mm. Well, I was born over here in North America. I didn't even have to come over here. I was already here.
A Jansport posse. It's still in the what's the name? Yeah, I got the new fancy cons. I got the new fancy cons, he Kareem. But hold up, wait. You want to go back? You want to go back to a time? Wait. Oh, I ain't got my other joints.
Oh.
Man. I got the old school jump offs. I got the old school jump offs too, he Kareem. I got all levels of this. I just gotta bring it up. Hey, he Kareem, man. Where's real records? I'm waiting for real records, man. He's talking real reckless. Are you, Rayvon Pugh, are you answering True Self's question? Or are you just saying that understanding degree right there? Yeah, that's what they told me. You could get a whole bag for $5. But now I'm with this the whole thing now. No, Salem and Oriole is not other names of Jesus.
No.
See, Salem was the name of the city. Salem means peace. Jerusalem.
You be saying that around the way wise man. Founded in peace, man.
I was gonna hit those other two names. I just ain't get around to it yet. Doesn't look like
Stretch it out.
so let's go back a little bit here. The one brother said, how you see, this is another thing y'all keep saying that's wrong. How you see today's math in the 136? It's today's degree or today's lesson.
Mm-hmm.
The math
It's the mathematics.
is the math.
Those statements is those statements.
So you said how you see today's degree in the 136. Do you mean to say the devil fooled him 379 years ago? And then Rayvon Pugh put understanding degree says, Rayvon Pugh says, understanding degree says my uncle was brought here by the trader 379 years ago. So, were you answering that? And Kareem, you said you see in the comments someone said yes doesn't equal self.
Yeah.
Is there something?
You want to say about it? Because I said it. That's why I damn sure don't equal self. Y do not equal S. S is S and Y is Y.
Well,
E is the E.
see, Y is 25 and self is 19. So when you
E
say
is 6.
Y equals self, right? It's, just in terms of just saying YES. But see, when you put this right here, yes doesn't equal self. No, it does. See, because when you get into that slang, right, ultimately, that's where that goes to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, for those of us that's been around it, right, you eventually start saying Y equals knowledge born. And Y don't equal knowledge born.
Not in the least.
Like, it sounds good, you might be in certain instances where you got to communicate like that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's for those purposes. And, for you said you're not talking slang, you're talking reality. All right, so explain to me the reality.
Or Y equals self.
That first you said yes equals self, but I'm pretty sure you meant Y equals self.
Mm-hmm.
So show and prove to me the reality that Y equals self.
Mm-hmm. Prove that shit.
New world, black world, new black world of it.
Everybody want to be a rocket scientist. Want to play with high explosives and shit. Some people can't get back now. Fuck around going up there. Don't know how to get back. But put your helmet on. You about to crash, homie.
Alright, Rayvon. Peace.
Put your helmet on, cause you're about to crash. Put on your helmet, cause you was about
Had
to
to
crash.
catch Rayvon Pew.
Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Mm-hmm. That's what those wannabe motherfuckers say.
Man, I don't want to see no video of no helicopter crashing.
Oh man, you want to show how Kobe died. I don't want to see what shit.
Just getting views now, son.
Hmm?
They just getting views now showing that.
Mm-hmm.
Jasim said, why is the male chromosome and self is the true reality, son of man, God, original Asiatic black man is God, God is the Asiatic black man.
So that's Y equals self, huh?
The trials and tribulations we go through, we ask why. I know I ask why 90% of the time. The answer is not bad luck or the other person or your life situations, but the answer is self in a living testimony. See, all of that's peace, right?
Sounds real beautiful.
But it still doesn't make
Y equals self.
Equal self. See, Y is 25. Like, see, for instance, this is what I'm saying. Why don't you say Y equals Allah?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're just talking about you saying that because of the reality,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why don't you say Y equals I?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you say Y equals he?
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't spell out yes. And they just using that to spell out a word. And that's not what this mathematics is about. lose motherfuckers like that.
Yeah, see, Joshua said because it don't fit the way I wanted to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ends up just being slang. It sounds good.
Sounds
You
good,
understand what I
man.
mean? But you know, and then, you know, in terms of, you know, you went into that one definition. But how does that apply to the question why?
Mm-hmm. And why is a question. The word.
Right, exactly, he Kareem. You say your degree don't say Islam, it says I itself. That's what I'm saying. So why don't you say Y equals I?
What degree says ourself? Oh, my phone needs to charge. I need to get on this one. What fucking? Hold up. Listen. My degree say Islam says itself.
So you could say Y equals Father. You could say Y equals God. You know. You never really hear nobody say Y equals Savior. I don't know if I ever heard that one.
Yeah, I heard that. Why you could save it?
Y equals Savior.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
I don't know if I heard that one.
Yes means yes. No means no.
I gotta think about that one.
Listen, man. N-O spells no. Y-E-S spells yes. N-O. What the hell? N-O. O spells no.
It's the rest of the Jazz Sport Posse, man. And Real Records, man.
Spells no. Y-E-S.
What are you doing? Talking to Siri?
Yeah. Spells yes. No such thing.
How come?
Now cipher. Y equals self. That shit don't work.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. When you find yourself doing the mental gymnastics, that's when you know you starting to get into, either slang or, something that, you don't gotta do acrobatics. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not that wide is not wide. You understand what I mean? And E is not equality and S is not S. It's just one of those things that you don't want to go off the deep end with that Y equals self. like I said, once you start slanging it, like look, even when he did it just now, he didn't say y equals self the first time, if I recall it correctly. He just said y equal.
Mm-hmm. He just said y equal. Indeed.
Hmm?
God says, so just say yes or no. Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta realize that, look, even when you, because look, over the years, right, what's happened is you've had a lot of people distort now cipher, right, into non-cipher. Because they didn't understand what was being said. Like you got people who misunderstood our language as 85%, and then when they, came into this, they brought that in, saying non-cipher, because you just going off of slang that you hearing people say. You gotta remember that, even when you start talking like that, right? That's only for us. Like if you going out to teach, right? You going out to teach the 85%. The 85% says, so you saying that the black man was here first, and you say Y equal. You don't know what you're talking about? That's for certain situations where we need to communicate.
Just say no. That's simple. The law said keep it simple.
Yeah, see, Kareem, he said he even seen that.
I just died.
That at one time, he used to say non-cipher too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you start dealing with slang. You know what I mean? You going off of the sound. You're not really going off of the knowledge and wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not something that's necessarily going to lead you in the wrong direction, but it's just so easy that it's best to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not in no particular espionage situation, Josh Sim said, what's the difference between now cipher and cipher? I mean, I think the brother because the brother that comes on that always says in cipher, you know what I mean? And look, in that stuff that you talking, you know what I'm saying? In that stuff that you talking, man.
In that stuff you talking. That's that, man.
You know what I mean? Juice said it's a preventative measure. I mean, you can say that, but it's just also, see, one thing that happens, right, with y'all is y'all get exposed to a lot. Y'all get exposed to all the degrees. Y'all get exposed to, all kinds of history.
And then y'all want to mix alphabets with mathematics.
And it makes it, the way I see it, it makes it a little more difficult for you to synthesize it. You know what I mean? Because first of all, once you get it like that, then it's easy to be out of sequence. You understand what I'm saying? And you trying to understand the whole thing, you know, in a way that wasn't meant to be understood.
And you going off the board.
Yeah, you understand what I mean? Like, it's certain things, you know, like, you know, when you read the newspaper, right? The newspaper is written on what, a third grade reading level or something, fourth grade reading level, because that's who is supposed to, just the level of the people they, you know, have an expectation that may be trying to comprehend it. 120 lessons may be written on a third grade level grammatically, but the understanding of it, you know, is, you know, you could go to all the colleges and universities you want,
Mm-hmm.
and still not be able to draw up those degrees for what they really worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's peace, Jason. You know, but, you know, it's one of them things where even if you use it, recognize that it's slang, man. You know, yeah, just recognize that it's slang even if you use it. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got all mostly Muslims and Hebrew Israelites tonight. Could be some Moorish brothers. Shout out to everybody. What else we got out there? Yeah, put the Yankee screen up. Cure, peace. True self said I'm none of those. Or to I, the whole non-cipher versus non-cipher is something else. According to an interview in a law school, a brother mentioned that some guys would say non-cipher under certain conditions. I don't know who those guys are.
Neither do I.
Jasim said, I'm still dripping. The ocean is deep and the water is cold. 9,000 miles is a lot farther than I thought it was. I know it's a worthwhile goal.
They need to stop mixing mathematics with alphabets. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, nah, I don't. Why? What? Under what condition would they say non-cipher? How old was this brother that said that? He gotta be somebody from the 90s.
Got to.
Then again, now that I think about it, he said that they would say non-cipher under certain conditions. Maybe those certain conditions was that they was wrong.
Yeah.
That could be what they meant.
Mm-hmm.
Non-cipher.
Non-cipher. No. Same thing, man. No is no. Fuck that. You still trying to mix alphabets with mathematics, man. No. No is no. What? And what would you say? Knowledge, culture, knowledge, power. What the fuck that mean?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Once it gets to knowledge, culture, knowledge, power.
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean?
I mean,
I'm spelling out no. No the fuck you ain't. No is N-O. But God, the knowledge, culture is the N, and the knowledge power is the O. No, man.
Well, Kareem, or to I said that, but Kareem said that's how all the guys on the street in Medina talked in the 90s.
You said that 90s shit.
What, saying non-cipher?
Where? I don't know. I'm from Medina, man. We ain't talk like that.
I don't remember nobody saying no non-cipher.
We don't talk like that. I'm from Medina, man. We don't talk like that.
And not without getting corrected about that.
I'm trying to tell you. Motherfucker, what you said?
And then, you know, I tell you this much too, you know, the interview was with Allah Ramel. He stated that that non-cipher was offensive. Non-cipher, not your generation though. Yeah, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like that in the 90s, people who were saying that was people that never understood the language and what we were saying. See, they thought that we were saying non-cipher as in it's not a cipher. But then that would be assuming that we mean cipher in the sense that it's correct. I mean, like when we say yes, we don't say cipher. So then if it's not correct, we say non-cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does that come from? And Allah Ramel, who's Allah Ramel? Who talking about? Definitely ain't talking about Ramel Supreme. Allah Ramel.
Don't know.
Or to I said he was building in regards to the 70s and the 80s. It's a very recent post about that history. Almighty Truth said older guy was saying N cipher makes more sense. Yeah, because, you know, exactly. It's supposed to make sense. Like if you say just Allah now, you know, and you could really, you know, born the understanding of it, but when you start going through all this other stuff, you know, other than just the language. Allah Ramel wrote The Art of Study. Wait, let me see if I can. Cause by the way, I didn't see the Caucasian that y'all was I don't know what y'all want. See, y'all watch these videos and y'all, you gotta know y'all lessons, man. Be sticklers. So we are Mr. Dynamite said, if the water is deep, why try to swim all different kinds of ways just to occupy it?
Hmm.
Is that? Oh, these people. Alright, here we go. Said a lot right now. Alright, I see Dawood Pianki, Supreme Understanding, Darkim Be AllahChrist, Supreme Understanding. I guess it must be this right here. It says a lot about Mel right here.
He covered like how I see the things change, you know what I mean? When the time went by and the nation growing and developed. And when we was in the times when there was one in front of the calendar, right? We kind of easily was able to tell what our common cause was. You know? Our common cause was making knowledge more, teaching. You know? Well, it's a two in front of the calendar now. You know? And it's not so easily readily available for us to easily distinguish what's our national common cause. Which need to be a topic for discussion. One thing everybody agree with, everybody put effort and energy, it's a tangible thing. That's our common cause amongst our group of men. So that we can affect society and we ain't gotta take so much of the whatever from they men.
Josh Slim said, I'll be rushing, just trying to get home. Patience is a virtue.
Be having a serious conversation about, you know what I mean, or that we.
The point is to get there, though. He can say a lot of us got it wrong. Then I'm talking brothers who would say God body all day, but you never heard nation of gods and earth from their moms. I was fortunate to have an uncle with knowledge to correct me.
You know, and that right there, man. I'm just gonna say, properly explain.
I don't think it was that build. I don't think it was that side. That wisdom didn't appear to include the homeowner. He said a lot of us got it wrong. Then I'm talking brothers who would say God body all day, but you never heard nation of gods on earth from their mouths. I was fortunate to have an uncle with knowledge to correct me. I mean, to tell the truth, man, like I said, yeah, people use slang, but you know, did they understand it was slang? Now in terms of nation of gods and earths, I don't remember nobody saying that until the 90s. Like I already told y'all about that, man. I don't recall no name. I don't recall no name. I know what my name is, but I don't recall no name. There was never no time, like if you saw somebody, they might have a crown on, or they might be using language that you recognize, you would say, yo, you got knowledge, or you righteous. Like you never said, yo, are you a 5%? Or, are you the nation of gods and earth? I don't recall that type of language. Just about to build a boat, come back and grab some other people maybe too. But that's really how I see that's one of the reasons why that's so contentious, right? Is that everybody's trying to force, they understanding into the history of the name, but I'm saying the reality is that we had a science on everything. Everything. 7 characteristics of a wise man. 7 planes of energy. 5 stages. It was a science on everything. I never received no science in particular about that. Everybody's just going on, whatever they heard. Jassim said, but I think it's a swim everybody has to make for themselves. Pretty much, Jassim. He has 3 different segments. Alright, hold on, let me see. I was only God body or 5%. I didn't hear 5% Nation of Islam till I got older. He reveals the origin for the slang for God body. Alright, I know the origin of slang for God body. I didn't hear no name. So you saying it's not this conversation. Which I see.
And getting into like non-cipher.
So this is what y'all talking about right here, huh?
Or why quality cipher.
Hopefully infinite don't have my
Oh, well, get into the whole, how you see now cipher.
Infinite don't have my video taken down.
Basically, right, just to put this as plain as I can, you know what I mean? If you're applying the conception, the concept of the supreme alphabet, saying that, and you're trying to decline something, it's dumb as hell. To be real plain about it. Yes, that's what I said. It's dumb as hell.
Well, elaborate. Build on that, God. How is now cipher dumb as hell?
Cipher, something that's complete within itself. Something where you can acknowledge its power and see its equality.
Well, right now, I'm on a particular video that says Ramel Supreme builds on the phrase now cipher. Would that be the one?
So, my description in conflict with yours?
Well, say it again. Add on. What was it? What would you say? What it was?
Something that's complete within itself. Something where you acknowledge its power and sees equality.
No, it's not. It's not in conflict.
All right.
Person, place, or thing. It's not in conflict with person, place, thing.
Okay. So you taking that, and then you taking the concept of now, which means in the present, at this moment, in the square that we in. And we are in this moment, and what you are saying is complete. And what you are saying, I can acknowledge its power and see its equality. That's saying that now I am dealing with this cipher. Now I'm acknowledging its power and seeing its equality, which is an affirmative statement.
Or now I'm dealing with this person, place, or thing.
Right. It's an affirmative statement.
Affirmative.
It's not a declining statement. When you saying no, you're declining something. You saying now cipher, according to the concept of the supreme alphabet, you are affirming something. That's one of the things that's so beautiful about our alphabets. See? Because you end the cipher, now you're declining. Like, no, get that bullshit out of here.
So more properly, it would be you would say end cipher.
And that's more appropriate.
Or to say when you say no. So we say no. Yeah, right. No.
Yes. There's a reason why it's all them O's in the alphabet.
See, it's interesting. I never heard somebody say end cipher or nation cipher. I've never heard those terms. I've always heard now cipher.
Well, you haven't been around some of the right people. Because most of the people that I know that's kind of like really familiar, you know, they say end cipher.
End cipher.
You know?
Yeah, as we spoke, I just drew that up. Like, end cipher would be more appropriate.
Yeah. Even before that, even before we really like knew. We knew that didn't go together, and that wasn't affirmative. That's why we used to say non-cipher. Or sometimes
non-cipher.
Yeah.
See, that's when you know what's interesting. Because
and at that time, right, the term non, that was like a scrub or lame or a
non.
Or somebody call you a non. You know what I mean?
you're a non.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That was
all right, y'all didn't listen carefully.
And use at that particular time.
But
so we want to decline something, you know what I mean? Especially as young guys in the head, we always would say non-cipher.
Okay, so you heard non-cipher and then quad-cipher years.
Yeah, God.
Wow, no. It was interesting because, like I said, when I was coming up, when I heard somebody say non-cipher, upon examining them, they wasn't somebody that was of this culture. You know what I'm saying? Because they saying non-cipher, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? Where did you get that from? You know, and how
It
does
doesn't
that
appear that y'all listen very
They
carefully.
wouldn't equate it to necessarily supreme alphabets. They would just be like something like, oh, that's something that I heard. Like I heard somebody else say that.
Yeah.
You know?
The naked ears.
You're gonna take it back. Well, damn. Who did they hear? What did they take back? Who was they around? They ain't make it up.
Of course, obviously they didn't make it up. But you know, I just know that to me that more like when I heard the term non-cipher, it referred to somebody who wasn't necessarily a part of this culture. You know what I'm saying? Now cipher, and I understand what you're saying, but the now cipher, now I was like, okay, now I know that person is more closer to that. Now we could examine, you know, what they mean or how they see it, but non-cipher usually depicted somebody, at least in my time, like that somebody who didn't really have it all the way.
Okay.
All right. Where y'all want to start? What was the questions here again? Maybe I misunderstood the questions because it seems as though y'all didn't listen very carefully. Rakim Raz, peace. Rakim Raz is new. But what was the questions y'all was asking again about that? You said like called it a dub nowadays? Your whole message must not have came through. No, we already got to non-cipher and in-cipher. Now see, look, in terms of that question, let's deal with that part of it, right? Let's go a little bit more in depth. Recall when I told y'all, right, that there's a difference between supreme mathematics, right? There's a difference between supreme mathematics and arithmetic. There's a difference between supreme alphabet and just pictographs. Like these symbols, they're all pictographs. You know what I mean? The same way you got hieroglyphics, right? These are just stick figures that we have, right? So see, it's the same thing as if you say, just like I said, look, wisdom, knowledge does not born understanding, right? Yeah, 2 and 1 arithmetically makes 3, but you can't leave out the meaning, because if you leave out the meaning, right, then you just got arithmetic. So if you say that you're saying now cipher just to say NO, right, that's the only thing you're using it for, then you've broken it down to just babble or something. I don't even know what the word is. You understand what I mean? But you know, it's not a supreme language now. You understand what I mean? If you say no, I'm not saying now as in the time is now. I just mean in. That's like you saying that when I say knowledge, I didn't mean to know. I just meant 1. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? You can't really take the meaning out of it. So when you say now cipher, right? You know, that's like saying, okay, knowledge has gone to born, and this is now a cipher. You understand what I'm saying? You saying this is now a cipher. It means this is a cipher now. Knowledge is going to born, and this exists right now. Right? So how does that mean that you don't want something? You understand what I mean? And what he's saying is that end cipher, right, means that, okay, you know, even if you know, when you look at it, keep it simple. Okay, you came up to me and started a cipher by asking me if I wanted something, or presenting whatever you presented to me, right? And then I ended that cipher, right, by, you know, I'm not with that in whatever way, you know, no. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just say that you use our supreme alphabet and all you meant was NO. You didn't mean now cipher. You see what I'm saying? That's like you saying putting the 2 before the 1 makes understanding, but you didn't mean wisdom, knowledge. You just meant 2 and 1. So that's what he was explaining to you when he was saying that, you know, it has to still make sense within our language, and don't just tell me how what you saying is only making sense in the English language, like I'm only applying it to English, and then at the same time you saying you using our supreme language. Y'all got that part? True Self said there's misunderstanding. Blair and Snotty, did I answer your question? What about you, Blair and Snotty? You see that clearly now? Well, Blair and Snotty, I don't know if you still there, but now the other part that y'all was saying that he in the 60s they used to use non-cipher sometimes. I think the part, oh yeah, it's misunderstanding when you put the wisdom before the knowledge, no doubt. The part y'all miss is that they took the 9 from a regular slang word they was using. That 9, just, you know, that was what they was using for, you know, anybody who, you know, was lame. I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but anything that's lame in some type of way that you don't want to deal with, they was calling that 9 without the cipher. So even that was a slang that he was using. If you notice, when he said that, he's like, yo, that's what people was just, you know, we was just saying that in general at that time. And then you notice he never tried to draw that up. He didn't try to draw that up to, you know, what it meant mathematically, because he said, yo, that was just something that we took because we didn't, we, you know, in other words, that was kind of their way of not using the language, or at least halfway not using the language. But he didn't say that the 9 came from our language. He said that came from something of them as kids that they brought from out and started using it. Did y'all catch that part? And this is why, you know, the way how this originally came up is I was telling everybody that why, you know, Y is 25 and self is 19. You see what I mean? So if you say you saying Y equals self just in saying YES, then just say YES, because you're just using English. You're not using supreme mathematics or supreme alphabet, I mean. See, I have to. That was. So y'all make me have to go. Y'all make me have to go research. Y'all make me have to go research for a question. I gotta talk to Information and make sure he don't sue me. Jasim said that's our job, right? Was nah, man, y'all ain't supposed to be making me work. Ah, man. Yeah, y'all make me have to go watch these videos, man. I gotta watch Ramel, and then I had to translate this to y'all. See, I grew up with these people, so I speak their language. See, Ramel, in particular, right? He's one of the brothers that's, his intensity is still the same. You know what I mean? And so you got a lot of people that, they great grandfathers and great great grandfathers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they it's a kinder, gentler them. But right now, Edwin Delval, Justice Born, peace to the gods, yeah. It was just up in here dealing with a little language aspects. I think that's a good point. I might go back, right, and chop that part of the video and make it a separate post. That part about the alphabet. You can see how many of y'all had a question about it. I mean, it might be a lot more people out there with questions about it. Hit this button. Need to bring up. Yeah, now I'm gonna tell you now. Y'all might find me to be a stickler. The guy hookspaghetti.com. That's elevation. True Self said language etiquette. In terms of language etiquette, the language is used a lot differently than, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's quite a few things that's used differently. And, I recall, some words coming in with younger brothers and then, older brothers picking it up. Like, when brothers say, like a bill, like, yo, I heard your bill on this. I don't remember them speaking like that. Brothers would say, I heard your wisdom on that. Or I acknowledge your wisdom. Brothers didn't say, yo, I heard your bill or I acknowledge your bill. Bill was a verb when I got the knowledge. Bill has become a noun. You know what I'm saying? Or brothers say, yo, we had a bill on this. We didn't say that. We should say we had a cipher. So yeah, and I gotta say that it does kind of irk me when I hear people say that, but you're still using, like I said, in terms of it being a verb or a noun, it's being used differently. You understand what I mean? But the meaning still applies. You know what I mean? If you're saying, yo, you listen to my bill, and you mean that, I was adding on to supreme knowledge, you know what I mean? Having some substance and effect on the universe, then all right, But yeah, I didn't use it like that back then. Josh Sim said, coming from that perspective, I can see how easy it is to get caught up. There's a bunch of different understandings out there. What you mean? Coming from which perspective? But yeah, what you're saying as far as language etiquette, yeah, you gotta learn the language etiquette. You gotta know the language, and then you gotta know how to use it.
It's 6 o'clock.
Word. Josh Sim said, as a newborn, God said it many different ways. Saladin just spoke on the math and alphabets being interchangeable like gematria in the last blog post I read, for example. Now, mathematics and alphabet is not interchangeable. See, cipher and supreme mathematics, right? And cipher and the supreme alphabet is not the same thing. Power in the supreme mathematics is 5. Power in the supreme alphabet is 16. You understand what I'm saying? Equality in the supreme mathematics is 6. Equality in the supreme mathematics, the supreme alphabet is 5. We gotta apply our supreme mathematics to everything. But the mathematics in the alphabet It's not interchangeable. Because here's the thing. Uh-oh. Jansport Posse got a law will manifest. Jansport Posse. What was that? You threw me off. When my crew came in. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, we supposed to apply our mathematics to everything. But see, here's the thing, right? See, mathematics is universal, but language is not. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you go to another place, right, in order to communicate with those people, you know, if they don't speak English, you're gonna have to, you know, deal with another language. See, the math ain't gonna change. See, that's why, you got people like that they mathematical geniuses. They don't even speak the language. They can do all the math. They can't do none of the English. What do I suggest be done to apply your mathematics to everything? Is deal with the mathematics that's in the degree. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you know, we was just saying with, self is savior. You know, you gotta save yourself before you save others. You gotta make knowledge born to yourself before you can make knowledge born to others. You understand what I'm saying? See, once you start doing that for a certain period of time, you know, eventually you reach the point where you start to see it all around you. You said, would I then born self into non-cipher? I mean, yeah, if my understanding took me there, you understand what I mean? Like, if I'm making knowledge born in self, you know what I mean? Once my knowledge out of cipher, then I can make knowledge born in somebody else. You know, once my knowledge out of cipher to show, you know, is complete within myself. Like, I'm qualified to teach by showing my knowledge out of the cipher. You know, or my knowledge out of the cipher to show and prove that I'm complete. But that's now we getting into that's how depending on how you draw it up. That's how I just drew it up right now that you asked me that. See, that's also a part of it. In mathematics, right? Supreme mathematics, you're supposed to add and multiply, not divide and subtract. Really, in arithmetic is the same thing. Well, I don't know because they got some new math. I seen my nephew doing it, I didn't understand. But when I went to school, we didn't really learn how to subtract and divide. We learned how to add, and then we learned how to reverse that process. You know what I'm saying? They was like, all right, if you taking 1 from 4, then what number do you have to add with 1 to get 4? And we never really learned how to divide. We just learned the multiplication tables, and then we was taught to use the multiplication tables to estimate the multiples of the the multiples of the divisor and the dividend, so you could put it up in the quotient and then you subtract it. But it was no real division process in the same way. Like, we never learned the division tables like we learned the multiplication tables. Allah will manifest. It started early. See, I see today's mathematics as being wisdom, God, or being born to born. Wisdom being the expression of one's proper knowledge. That expression is the culture of God. What happened to born? That's peace, though. Allah will manifest, get up. Allah will manifest, get up, and get mathematical. That's what you gotta do. Matter of fact, where you was today, Allah will manifest? I thought I was gonna see you today. Couldn't make it? You got 5 kids, though. I ain't mad at you. You said 1 is 2 months, too? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do for that first. Or you use the rest, the culture of God, born's reality. In order to enter the kingdom of God, one must be born twice. See, that's one of them funny statements right there too, that can lead you off of the deep end. You know, because see, you know, where I've seen people reach misunderstanding, right, is they'll say, well, I was born physically, right, but I was an 85, so then I had to be born mentally, right? But see, you can't be here physically, right, without it already being the idea. All right, you said being born, being brought forth into God's wisdom. I mean, I can see what you're saying, but nah, see, you know, God is not, you know, begotten. You understand what I'm saying? And everything first had to exist mentally. Now, see, if you're talking about born, right? So that's what I said. You said to bring forth into existence. If you're talking about born, which is to make complete, then yeah, I got the complete 360 of knowledge that I needed. You understand what I'm saying? To, you know, reach my fullest potential, you know, complete reaching my fullest potential, if you want to use it like that, you know, but you can't be born mentally after you was born physically. You see what I'm saying? You go ahead. Do you think telling someone who going through their own 21 ciphers that the God they believe in exists within, because they may be opposed to hearing the black man is God, at first, is this wrong? I think I understand your question. You know, it's almost like you asking, like, is it okay to mislead them a little bit in order to, you know, ultimately bring them out of that? He Kareem said, I used to give other schools a lot of flack for this, but saying the black man is God to some people is like, yeah, that's what I think, because, you know, first what you said, it didn't really, you know, I didn't really understand, like, you know, telling them that God is within them. I mean, you know, well, first of all, you know, you gotta recognize who it is you trying to teach too. You know what I mean? You know, in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't. You know, you don't want to go and you're teaching people stuff that they already know. So then you know they become disinterested in everything else you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So knowing who you teaching and how they gonna react to what you teaching is very important. You know what I'm saying? Like some people might react to what you said one way, some people might react to it a different way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's ultimately, that's ultimately an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to come and take away one religion from a person to give them another one. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was gonna do that, then yeah, you might as well could have just, taught them just see do the knowledge. You got civilization, righteousness, then the knowledge of self, then the science of everything in life. So you might want to stick to just teaching that person civilization and righteousness. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of giving them a new religion to worship. You know what I mean? Like how I said, you got people in the nation that really, you brought all of your idea of who God is and the magical powers and all of this stuff. You brought that idea in and just transplanted it onto the original man. Knowledge born with the science. This knowledge born right here that I met knowledge born at the rally today. Yeah. Saquon, La Saquon in here. Yeah, say I was building with somebody at the rally and they told me they had that joint. Yeah, no doubt, my Jansport posse. Yeah, son. You just seen that? You just seen that Allah will manifest? At the Jansport, my Jansport posse, man. You know how I do. Kareem said this is what Nipsey mom said at his funeral and people were saying some messed up comments about her. She said what? Or to I said, firstly, the black man is God, then draw up an understanding that can be seen through the swift execution of wisdom. I mean, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Brother said, just be straight up. Allah said, just be straight up with them and tell them the original man is the Asiatic black man. What are you saying, Nipsey Hussle said in that see, another thing you gotta remember, man, and this is just part of the reality. See, one of the things, right, that make it hard for the original man to see that he's God, right, is that he's been seeing the image of God being white since he was a baby. You understand what I'm saying? Alright, no doubt a lot, Saquon. You understand what I'm saying? So now, if somebody tell you that, yo, you as the black man is God, right? You just don't have that image. You understand what I'm saying? You can't create yourself, you know what I'm saying, as you know, the man, the original man, you know what I mean, with the full potential who you supposed to be if your image, right, of that is a Caucasian. So one of the things you gotta do, right, is show and prove that you're God. So now the person's image is of you as a, you know what I mean, they know like, yo, when they say the guys, oh, they mean those brothers over there. Like when that's your image, then it's easier for you to see yourself as one of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people, that's what, you know, if a lot of people who doubt you, right, you know what they're going to ask you for? They're going to ask you, where's your works? They're going to ask you, where's your works? They're going to say, yo, if you God, do this, do that. So you see what happens is, you know, the actions make the words easier. You know, and I mean, you know, when you think about that, that's something across the board. The actions make the words easier. And Allah said back in the 70s, every black household had a picture of white Jesus in almost every home. Right? And now look, and that's the thing. Now look, if, you know, when in my experience, I can't say it's like this all over, but it was kind of either or. Like you either grew up in a Malcolm X home or a Martin Luther King home. You know what I'm saying? And so if you grew up in that Martin Luther King home, you also grew up with John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy, and you understand what I'm saying? So you just, you know, now in a Malcolm X home, you was much more likely to see black heroes. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, but just in general speaking, you know, you gotta show and prove that you're God. Now his boy said it was a picture of white Jesus, MLK, and Kennedy. Yeah. But we had John and Robert. We had John and Robert and MLK and white Jesus. But you know, just that image that, you know what I'm saying, as they doing that, then you're not gonna be able to see that in yourself. See, then when you tell them that the black man is God after they seeing your actions, all you got to do is not spook it out. And let them know that the supreme mathematics was the energy and the substance. You understand what I'm saying? That was the power of you reaching your fullest potential. Allah will manifest this blessing of putting your picture on your book of life, at least for me. Allah said, yep, John robbed MLK in the picture of Jesus eating at the table. Man, the Last Supper. Kareem says she told people not to look outside of themselves for God. Oh, that's what Nipsey Hussle mom said? Hmm. Yeah, that's... We got it. Allah said even heard some black women saying that maybe she lost her mind. Jassim said I was doing analysis of some of the Yoruba mythology and I was drawing some parallels. You just reminded me of that. Some parallel. I was born, so when they tell me to do something spooky, I explain how when we boys we couldn't produce sperm. Now we can. Oh, Nipsey Hussle Mars is Kemetic or Afrocentric? And why people, that don't sound, I mean, maybe because it's me, man. maybe, you know, my perspective of life is, you know, but, like, is that super crazy? I thought don't they say stuff like that? Don't they say stuff like that in religion? Like Allah is closer to you than your jugular vein, and I was born, said, yeah, you know that. I thought his pops was from Ethiopia. But yet, I mean, that didn't really sound that off the wall to me. I mean, yeah, it could be Eritrea, I don't know. But I did know that, you know, one of his parents was East African. Says Nipsey's mother has a different interpretation of death than these other women or other people who were interviewing her. So they took down on her for saying that. Yeah, I mean, but it don't. 85% of people think it's crazy. And I must be out the loop. Because his mom went into how he smelled in depth and how he looked, and he was shining, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I don't know, man. See, a lot of that stuff, you know what I mean? You can't really be, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, that's a more traumatic situation. I would, you know, hope I don't get to learn that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, your parent returns, you know, I mean, at least for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little more, I could deal with the expectation of that, you know what I'm saying? But, but, you know, judging somebody and the things they saying, you know what I'm saying, in this stage of grief, you know what I'm saying, of, like I said, even if, depending on your situation, like it could be a homie or something, but it's like, yo, y'all was with the shits or something, you know what I'm saying? But even if, they with the shits, if it's your child, that's a different kind of thing. You understand what I'm saying? Especially, which I didn't follow him that closely, but it seemed like, he was really peaking, you know what I'm saying, in terms of everything that he wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, and the you know what I'm saying, the stuff he wanted to accomplish, not saying he was peaking out, but just saying that, like a lot of his work was paying off, you know what I'm saying? So for that to happen at that time, so you're seeing it, and then you want to take 30 seconds of statements, let people say what they want to say at their own family funeral, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's me because I'm a 5%, so I don't, that statement's not crazy at all to me. You know what I'm saying? That was something though, man. That whole science with that, man. That was just something that I was like, yo, man. All you could do is sit back and do the knowledge, man. There's a lot of Allah said, I hate that happened to Nipsey Hussle. He was definitely a positive force, yeah. That's what I said, man. That stuff is so complicated, man. You know what I'm saying? Like all the, it was so much things that, you know what I'm saying? You got hood politics, all different type of things involved. So, from the outside looking in, from where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Not really being a part of the whole LA culture and all that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to really make of that. Kareem said, I was glad to hear that statement on a big live broadcast like that. Eli said, look how many people benefited from his death. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really, I heard there's been a whole bunch of stuff about, who owns the rights to stuff and stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff is just seems super complicated. I ain't gonna, Yeah, I heard, you know, some different stuff like that, but I don't really know, you know what I'm saying, who benefited like that. Mm. Man, he's only 33. Josh Simpson, I'd rather look at how many benefited from his life, though. Man. See, a lot of these situations, though, man, that's why, you know, like, you know, remember the brother came in the room last night and was talking about, yo, you know, Farrakhan killed Malcolm X and all that stuff. Like, listen, man, you know, you with this 60-year cold case investigation. Yeah, 60-year cold case investigation. That's good. But yo, man, let me get up out of here. I got a couple things to handle in the AM. And then I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back to build the Jan Sport posse. We didn't do enough Nick screen. Well, you know, I just thought about that too, man. That's like I know, like LA is cause that I didn't really look at that. Nip and Kobe. That's kind of back to back. But yeah, yo, I'ma sign off right now and catch y'all later. Peace to the guys out there.